Can you hear me all right on the Zoom?
Do what?
Can you hear me okay on there?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. All right, we are on the record. I do have Mr. Olson as present in the courtroom. I do have proposed orders. Did you have a chance to see these, sir?
The parenting plan?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I looked through this prior to court. And this does include the attachment at the end, which was the recommendation. Do you have any, is this, I understand you don't necessarily agree with this, but you understand, you agree this was what I ordered?
Well, I wasn't sure. Okay, I knew that you ordered a parenting plan, and I don't know how this works with me not having an attorney, but going over it and whatnot. I'm totally not agreeing with it. And so I don't know what my next move would be with that.
Well, the last page, which is the time back to unsupervised time, that's directly out of the recommendations from the Guardian.
I'm sorry, what?
The last page that's attached here has this timeline that was in the Guardian ad litem recommendation, or the investigator recommendation, which was what I had adopted.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So essentially that's what you got to do, that, and then you're back to a normal parenting plan.
Well, this parenting plan that she has drawn up isn't anything what the
Take a look.
investigator had done. I mean, there's like changes on here. She gets them every 4th of July. There's a few things on here that are, to me, like ridiculous. I don't know where this is like going, but I'm losing more and more time.
Ms. Steinweg?
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that I have to have my mom supervise school events.
Yeah, that was brought to the court's attention many months ago, and that was agreed on by the judge.
Right, the very last page, which has all the supervision requirements, that's based on the drug usage. And that, I mean, that's just a problem you're gonna have to deal with, sir. I mean, that was the concern that was raised throughout this case. Let me just take a look at something else here, just a minute.
All the other visits besides summer and the 4th of July are the same visits that were in our last final parenting plan. I set them up according to our regular parenting plan, the same years, odd years, even years, everything's the same besides the summer break. And that's every other weekend, like I was told to put in there.
Let me just take a quick look at your one thing. I was just, so okay. Looks like under the original parenting plan, the 4th of July would have been following the summer schedule.
My family has had a family reunion every single year my entire life. And every time it's a game, whether Zach is able to go or not. So I did include that day so that he could be with my family. But if that's not okay, then you're more than welcome to change that.
I'm just looking at what your prior parenting plan said. What it said was 4th of July essentially followed the summer, and the summer was alternate week on, week off during the summer. Of course, that would happen after we get past all the supervision. So
Okay, but what was agreed to was every other weekend. Even in the investigator's report, she said that after he were off of the drugs, which he hasn't provided a clean UA yet, it said every other weekend. It did not say going back to summer is a week on, week off.
Just take a look here. All right, okay, I see that.
This has been going on so long and he's yet to fail or to provide a clean drug test to me. So it's,
Um, Your Honor, I do have a clean, well, I didn't get one to her because they were supposed to let me take another UA this week. And my treatment facility is like flooded with people and they're overcrowded and I've like had 2 breakdowns down there this week trying to get them to help, but it's not. It's because I've dubbed that I'm only supposed to go twice a week and like my groups have been cut down and so it's like, honestly, the first time in my life I need to take UAs that they're not giving me the UAs now, but I do have, and I turned it into the courts. You should have got a recent copy. I didn't send Tiffany one because I was hoping to get like one yesterday or today, and it didn't happen.
All right, well, I do not have anything here. If you've got a clean UA and you've got 45 days clean, then you fall under that provision where it's unsupervised time. So, I mean,
My,
what you just need to do is follow through that last page because that's what I ordered.
okay,
but the last time we were here, he said that his last drug tests were not clean. So that would not be 45 days because we were here less than 45
No,
days ago.
I understand that. I'm just saying that there's timelines. You have to be clean for a while.
right,
And when we were in court last, you'd indicated you'd had a relapse, and
yes,
so that's, you've got a substance use issue, sir, and you've got to
Seven.
deal with that. And this is the result of you not having done that for a long time.
I'm
And
sorry.
you get yourself clean and you demonstrate a period of that, you can always come back and take, we didn't look at it, but this thing has gone on, I followed this now for a number of months. It's been like 6 months in hopes we'd kind of walk you through this and be able to put this together. And the result is you haven't been able to do that. And I'm not upset. I'm just telling you there's a requirement. You need to be clean for your kid. And so that's where your focus needs to be. And so I am going to adopt this order as is proposed. And it seems to me, based on the recommendations we had, again, we've been bumping along for a very long time now. Normally, I would have entered an order back in January. And I took this case a little differently because I was seeing some progress. And I understand addiction. Addiction is kind of 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward. But you need to make all steps forward before you're going to be out of this.
And can I say something really quick?
Sure, go ahead.
Miss Gunter was concerned about sport events on Saturdays and picking up on Friday evening. And can you give her a chance to talk? Because she was concerned that they're going to pick up at 6:30 on Friday, and then some of his sporting events will be on Saturday morning. So he'll need to be transported back to Jewel to the bus to get to his sporting events.
Mhm. So,
I was just wondering if you could give her a chance to speak on that because she's going to be the one doing transportation if he is unable to have unsupervised visits, then it's going to have to interfere with her schedule.
well, those are, I can't fix those things. Those are,
Okay.
you're gonna have to work around. What?
Okay.
What I think he also, and I want you both to understand this. This is the parenting plan we will enforce. In other words, this is what sets out your rights in the plan. If the two of you come to some agreements to adjust timing, adjust anything else, you can always do that. You're not getting in trouble on either side with the court. This is what we'll enforce. But you can agree to do whatever you want. So as this thing moves forward, if you can demonstrate that you're clean, you're not using for an extended period of time, the two of you can agree to whatever you want to. But you've got to come to the table first, and that means getting yourself off of the substances. Okay. And ma'am, I appreciate you being here. I know this puts a lot of weight on your shoulders to provide transportation and things. That's kind of where he's at.
Yeah, I can't do the 3-hour drive, yeah. I know that,
Okay, well, if you can't provide that, then you're gonna have to get some alternative set up to that, but that's,
yeah, we are, because, that Miss Mountain is not
Mhm.
something I'm gonna do in the dark. In rain, I'm not, and, let's have a cleaning report for more than 90 days right now in advance.
well, if he's got that, he can provide it, then he falls into a different spot on this list. I haven't seen that, so, and I don't think she's seen that, and she's the one who needs to see it. So, but the problem is that the last time we were in court, there was a relapse. That's what you told me.
That goes back as far as May.
This shows a positive UA in June of this year.
That's my relapse.
Right, so that's not 90 days. This is July, August. That's not even, that's 60 days. So, I mean, I'm just looking at, this is what you got here, and you got one that shows positive in July 1st. August 1st, September 1st, you're looking at October for 90 days. So I'm just, I'm just telling you, this is what you've got. You've made decisions along the way that impact what your rights are. Okay. So stay in treatment, keep following through. You've made some good progress, but you've got to get it completely under control. Okay, I've signed that order.
Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, if he is unable to get his drug test through the treatment center, he's able to go to another provider where they could give him a drug test and
There's-
provide.
There's all kinds of drug testing
Results.
agencies. Any state certified drug testing agency would be appropriate for the court. It doesn't have to be where you're in treatment. It's a state certified drug testing agency. There's people that do them for employment drug tests. There's people that do them. Treatment agencies do them. So as long as it's a state certified provider, that's fine. So you can go anyplace else if your treatment agency won't do it. Yes. Sure. Yeah. Okay. So I've signed that order, and I wish you both the best. And I urge you to keep following through on your treatment, sir, because you need to be there for your child. And the goal really is to make sure you're there clean. Okay.
Thank you.
I've signed that order. And I won't schedule any additional hearings at this time. I hope you both could work through this. Good luck.
Thank you.
We will adjourn.